Some people might say I have a particularly interesting, odd sense of what is fun. You know, I like to do things like go to an event I've never been to before and decide to just tell a story that I haven't practiced or rehearsed. I also really love to travel, but I travel I'm not a resort kind of gal. I'm more of what should I do this summer? I should go backpack Vietnam for 2 months. That's more of my deal. And so when people ask me what I like to do for fun and I describe it, they say, oh, really? Seriously, that's what you enjoy? And so I tell the story of Vietnam. And so one of my favorite things that I did there was I spent an entire month working on a farm. And so I found this farm on the internet. I didn't know anybody who was there before. I didn't know anything about it, but it was owned by a woman named Hong, and she was like super awesome and cool and said, yep, you show up on like June 10th and we'll have a good month together and I'll put you to work. And I said, awesome, nothing I like more than a working vacation. However, Hong just told me, she said, here's the bus station, go to this stall at the bus station and buy a bus pass. And I was like, all right, that's easy enough. However, the only words I know in Vietnamese are hello and thank you. And so I go up to the bus station in the stall and I just show them the city I'm trying to go to, and they sell me a ticket and just kind of point around the corner. And I'm like, great, we got this. I have no idea how to read bus signs. So I then go through the entire bus station just playing hot and cold with strangers in my bus ticket. They point. I hand it to them. They point over here. I go a little bit. I don't know if I go too far. So I hand it to another person. They point a little further. And then eventually one man looks at my bus ticket and he says, come on, follow me. And I say, awesome. And so I hop up on this bus. It's a little raggedy, you could say. And there's nobody else on it. Not a soul on this bus. And I said, well, I didn't check the bus schedule. Maybe I'm just 20 minutes early and everybody else will get on. 20 minutes goes by and he turns the bus on and we start driving. And I don't know a lot about bus systems in Vietnam, but this is the part where you wonder, oh, is this where I get murdered? I was expecting at least another person to get on the bus. Well, there are two people in the bus. There is the person that is driving, and then there's this other man who I can only describe as the bus manager. I never found out what his actual title was. But as we're leaving the bus station, he's like hanging out the door and just yelling. I don't know what. I'm a little bit scared and nervous. The only thing that goes through my brain is he's yelling, I got an American. And so I'm on the bus, internally panicking. I have it's 2018, I have Google Maps. I'm saying, well, the vast majority of people in the world are good people, and this is still technically going in the right direction. This is also I should add, a 6-hour bus ride. No scheduled bathroom breaks either. And so eventually I figure out that this man is just yelling the destination to where we're going. And anybody on the street who has anything going that direction just pops it on the bus. The bus doesn't stop. We just kind of keep driving along. Things are coming in and off the bus. So there's people at one point in time. There's durian fruit, which is a very stinky large melon. And then about 2 hours into the bus ride, I hear clucking. And I realize that there are just bags of chickens that are live. And so the entire bus ride, I'm going, what have I gotten myself into? Why did I make this choice? This is terrifying, but also wonderful. So eventually, we're about 5.5 hours into this bus ride now. I'm like, great. I don't think I'm going to die. This is the win. But we're still about 12 kilometers from my final destination when the bus manager comes and just grabs my bag and's like, get off the bus. And I'm like, no, sir. I'm going here. And he just takes my bag, and I guess I'm like, well, I guess I follow my stuff. At the bare minimum, I can walk 12 kilometers. It's not ideal. It's about to rain, but, we can make that work. And so he pulled, there's nobody else gets off the bus. We're just pulled over at a little, side street cafe. And I get off the bus, and then he talks to some man there, and I'm just kind of standing there. And then the bus leaves. And I'm like, well, that's it. I guess I'm walking. But then the man he was talking to, who's sitting at the cafe having a coffee, gets up, walks over to me, and hands me a motorcycle helmet. I don't know really what's going on. But I say the vast majority of people in the world are good people. Sure, and the worst thing that happens is I can tuck and roll, right? So he gets the motorcycle out, and I start to get on it, and he waves me off, and he goes, no, no, no. And so then this little like old grandma comes out from the back of the cafe, and then she gets on the motorcycle. And then he signals for me to get on. And me and my 60-pound backpack, I'm not a small person, get on the motorcycle, and that little grandma seriously took the foot pegs. And so then I am white-knuckling, because I don't know if it's appropriate to hold her or not. This is also my second time on a motorcycle, so I white-knuckle the back of it, and I hold my legs up on my own accord for a 20-minute journey through a thunderstorm. And I got to the farm. Most people are good people. And when I tell people, like, what was your favorite thing that I did? What was my favorite thing that I did in Vietnam? And I said, well, I worked on a farm for a month. And they're like, seriously, working on the farm for a month was your favorite thing? And I say, yeah, it was the best part. I mean, I got to experience people, food, and culture in like in a wholly different way. And yeah, seriously, that was my favorite part. Thank you.